Laura. So I'm currently on my way back to Woodlands Mall to go back to the was that I was at last week. We're gonna go try our next set of perfumes. I'm hoping to do something different today, and I'm also hoping that they're gonna be able to help me with a brand that maybe has a tester, so that I can take a tester with me and use it for the rest of the week and really get to know the fragrance. But we'll see what they recommend, and yeah, looking forward to the next round of testing. So today we got to try Zadig and Voltaire. This is her Burning Love eau de perfume. It's a brand I've never heard of before, so it was nice to look at something different. So we started off, I always let the lady that helps me at Woolworths, her name is Tumi, she selects a feminine and a masculine fragrance. And I look at the bottles, I look at the ingredients, I ask questions, she shares whatever information she has with me. And then I just write down my initial thoughts on the bottle and anything else that stands out for me. And then she'll also tell me, is this a eau de toilette or eau de perfume, and how new is it, and blah blah blah, all the other info that is of relevance that she feels I should know. And then I will do a little bit of a examination of the bottles. I'll start off with this bottle today. I obviously film a different one for the masculine one. But this is a nice bottle. It's really pretty. I like the colors. It's a simple, straightforward design. But it is quite, it's like an ombre color to it, and nice that it's see-through. It's an easy bottle to handle. The cap comes off easily, easy to spray, easy to put back on. Nothing complicated, nothing super difficult in that sense. And then after I've looked at the bottle, I'll do my little spray test. So she sprays a few squirts on one of these strips for me, and I have a smell. I write down my initial thoughts. What am I picking up? What notes? Well, I'm again inexperienced, so it's nice for me to learn these things, but I just write down my initial feelings and thoughts. And then I will, after that, have a look at the box and discuss if some of these ranges have ingredients on the back, or they'll give a little description of what the scent is. Like here, we were looking at the back of ingredients because I initially thought I picked up like a vanilla scent. And then we did find vanilla, I think, on the back of this, but it's not actually in their description. So quite interesting to have looked at that. But it's nice to see the box, and also some of their boxes are really nicely designed. We look at the box and then we look at that, and then I'll write down anything else that's relevant. I'll have another smell, just again, your initial sense, what you pick up initially is different to what you'll smell later, and once it settles down, and that's why I really like these little strips. So I'll write the name on it, and then you'll see now, I'll get a little plastic bag and I put it in a Ziploc bag so that I can take it home with me. I try my best to savor or make the scent last as long as I can. So when I get home, it's still relatively fresh in there. And I figured sealing it in a Ziploc bag is the best way to do that. So everything's marked and bagged. And then we did the next scent. I'll do another video on the other one. And then I head off home, where I will start to do my own research. I'll read up about the brand, Google what I can. I like to go onto Woolworths' website and see what they've got as a write up just because I'm doing it there. So we'll look at that. And then once I'm home, I set my little station up here and we work through everything that needs to. So, what did I find online about this brand? They have quite a nice write up again on Woolworths' website. The scent is inspired by a Parisian romantic duo having a sizzling sunset romance that sparkles with sensual energy. It's inspired by a cocktail, a sunset cocktail, an addictive and gourmand feminine fragrance, perfect for a summer date. So, for those of you that don't know, like me, what a gourmand fragrance is, if I'm even saying that right, it is a fragrance featuring notes of edible treats and desserts such as vanilla, chocolate, caramel, honey, or coffee, which is really cool. I didn't know that, and I actually wrote in my own description of what I picked up that this reminded me of like a spicy lemonade. So that's really cool to see that I picked up what you can, I guess, call a cocktail, and they say that this is inspired by a sunset cocktail. So that definitely came through for me. It's a bold and unexpected fragrance that surprises and captivates. So their main notes are woody, warm, spice, powdery, balsamic, nutty, and aromatic. Very appealing, very nice. The top note is pistachio liqueur, middle is chestnut, and the base is sandalwood, bran, and wheat. to some very interesting scents in here, but I do like it. It's spicy, it's aromatic, but it's also not overpowering. It's feminine at the same time. So a very nice scent, very different, and it's also quite an affordable brand. Something different. It didn't last very long on my skin, but it is an eau de perfume, and it's not one of the super expensive fancy based ones out there. So I was quite happy with this one. Nice different one, and it's nice to have experienced a new brand. They do have other perfumes in their range that I'll also work through once we get back to it. But this was a good start and I enjoyed it. So it's just me finishing up my scent, home scents and write ups, and then rebagging because I like to keep these there. And of course, we can't forget to do taste tests because if you know, you know, and we want to know what the stuff tastes like on our skin. And this one was nice. It wasn't overpowering, wasn't overbearing at all, but it did have that nice little spicy taste to it. So, yes, don't forget to like, subscribe, and come back for the next one. And we'll see what else we've got in store.